right? Good. So as you said, my voice is clear. I'm taking this ahead, right? Oh, I could see 4 people raising their hands. I will definitely address your queries. Please give me some time to start my session, right? So what are we going to learn in this session? What are we going to learn? We understand what analogies are. We understand what analogies are. We understand how to build connection, between the keywords, right? What are keywords? You will see now. Okay. Analogy questions have pairs of words. We need to establish a connection between these pairs. How do we do that? I will teach you. And we'll also practice some questions. So how many of you have taken the exam? How many of you have taken the exam? You can message yes. How many of you have taken the exam, analogy exam that was conducted by GITAM through Google Forms? I can see a lot of yes I did. Yes I did. Very good. I didn't. Okay, Junior, not a problem. Not a problem. Right? Very good. Now see. I'm going to discuss the questions that you answered in your exam. I repeat, today I'm going to discuss the questions that you answered in the exam. But before that, I'll give you a prerequisite. Right? Look at this. Now, can anyone tell me the difference between these two words? I want you to be damn active, right? I want you to be really, really active. Can anyone tell me the difference between these two words, intelligent, intelligence? What is the relation? Adjective and noun. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. I could see a lot of people. I know that you watched my video. You are intelligent. Adjective. People love your intelligence, right? Joseph, please wait for a while. I want you all to raise your hands only with an intention to ask me questions. Okay? Give me some time. Let me explain the concept. Then you can raise your hand. Then I'll address your queries, right? Deep. Now, okay, how many of you can give me the relationship? Now, how many of you can give me the noun form of deep? How many of you can type in the chat box the noun form of deep? The noun form of deep. Yes. Deep, depth. Deep, depth. Brilliant. What is brilliant? Adjective. He is brilliant. What is noun form? Noun form. Brilliance. Now, let's see who's going to answer this. Okay, let's see who's going to answer this. Sad. He's so sad. He's sad. Sad is adjective. What is the noun form? Ashish, you're awesome. Very good, Ashish. Very good. Sadness. So the relation is. We'll talk about the relation. Now, can you answer this? Can you tell me the relationship between these two words? I call these pair keywords. Okay, I call these pair keywords. What is the relationship between these two words? Can you think about it? Yeah, very good. Water and gas. What is the relationship between these two? What is the relationship? I can't hear you. Someone says I can't hear you. What about the rest? Please check your net connectivity once. Okay, please check your net connectivity once. Yeah, you can hear me. Very good. So water, gas. What is the relationship between these two? Puppy and dog, as in kitten. As in kitten is to puppy. Good, Naomi. Very good.
You're breaking up.
Is my voice breaking?
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, give me 1 sec. Give me 1 second. I'll see if I can do anything. Okay. I'm hoping it's better now. If you have any problem, please let me know. Okay. If you have any
It's better,
problem,
sir. It's better.
it's better. Okay. Okay. Now, please see. Now see. Now, can you match the left side options numbered 1 to 5 with the right side options? Okay, named A to E. Right. Look at the first one. The first one is B, adjective to noun. Okay. Unless you know these, you cannot work on word analogy. Right. So this is called opposite gender analogy. This is one state to another analogy. Okay, puppy to dog, young version to adult version analogy. Love to hate, antonym analogy, right? Antonym analogy. Now, can I move on? Can I go to the next slide? Can I? Okay, what is a word analogy? First of all, how many of you are good at vocabulary? How many of you are good at vocabulary? Please understand there are two kinds of questions in competitive exams. Okay, one is comprehension based. What is that? Comprehension based. You read, you understand, and you answer. That's it, done. You read, you understand, you answer. That's it, simple, done. But there is something when logic is added to language. When logic is added to language, it's called not English exam. It's not English exam. It's verbal reasoning. You call it verbal reasoning. You call it verbal, right? You have these steps: read, understand, analyze, eliminate, and answer. What are these 5 steps? Can anyone sync my voice with yours? Can anyone sync your voice with my voice? No, see. Read, understand, analyze, eliminate, and answer. So this is verbal reasoning. So what we are doing is word analogy. It's not just comprehension. Some of you must be wondering, what is this? I have never seen this in my schooling. I have never read anything like this. I have never studied, or no one has ever taught me this. Because now from here on, reasoning is incorporated in your English, and therefore we call it verbal, right? So it consists of a pair of words like this, like, right? Now, how many options are there? 4 options. How many keywords are there? We have keywords here, right? I have keywords here, right? Now see, these are called keywords. Now let's see how to answer this. Now, can you answer this? Can you answer this? I'm waiting. Can you answer this? I could see a lot of people typing me answer quickly, right? Now, how do you establish a relationship between soldier and army? This is how you read in analogy language, right? A soldier is to... I can see someone typing something. What about? Yeah. What about yesterday? I didn't participate. Can I get the link? Okay. Yeah. Johnson, don't worry. Talk to the management. They will arrange it. Okay. Fine. So how do you establish a relationship between soldier and army? Think about it once. Use your common sense. Use your common sense. A soldier is a part of an army. A soldier is a part of an army. A soldier is a part of an army. Now, a kitten is a part of cat? No. Puppy? No. No. A kitten is a part of a litter. Now, whatever relationship is being born, whatever relationship exists between soldier and army, the same relationship should satisfy here, right? Is that clear? Why? Junior, why? Junior, there is a process. Junior K, there is a process. So, for example, in the first slide, we understood. That there are certain categories. Junior, what are those categories? This is a general name for cat. Yes. Not general name. Let me explain. Suleiman, let me explain. Kitten is the younger version. The adult version is called cat. Suleiman, is that clear? The younger version is kitten. The older version, the adult version is called cat. Suleiman, is that clear? Say clear. Type clear. Yeah. So soldier is a part of an army, kitten is a part of litter. Guys, listen to me. Why not cat? That's what I'm explaining. Musa, listen to me very clearly. I'm explaining. Okay. Now let us understand the relationship between these two, soldier and army. Okay. Now let's say there is one soldier and there are two, there are three, there are four, there are five, there are six, there are seven, there are eight, and then a lot of soldiers together. Okay, please check your internet. Michael, please check your internet. A lot of soldiers come together to form an army. Okay. When a lot of kitten come together, you call it litter, right? And when you go further, you understand it. Even if you don't understand this, don't worry. Michael, please check your internet speed once. Okay, or it could be a technical glitch, Michael. Yeah, army is a someone army is a okay. It's clear now. Thank you, Junior. Okay. How does it work? In a normal texting language, listen to me, in the normal texting language, this is how the question looks. If A is related to B in a certain way, what is C related to? I repeat, if A is related to B in a certain way, what is C related to? No, don't worry. Okay, Robert, meow is a sound made by cat. Robert, okay, meow is a sound made by cat. A crow crows, a lion roars, a snake hisses, a cow moves, right? Well, thank you, Robert. Okay, now this is not a question. Don't try to answer it. A, B, C. Don't try to answer. I know many people are answering D. I'm just showing how the question looks if you put it in normal language. Okay, let us see how analogy language works. A is to B, right. Thank you, Musa. A is to B. Look at this. A is to B as B is to A is to B as C is to. This is how the language works, right? A is to B as, now this part should be read as is. Okay, this part should be read as, right? Meaning similar to. Analogy itself means drawing comparison, drawing similarity. Guys, please listen to me. Analogy by definition means to draw similarity, to draw comparison, right? A is to B, meaning A is in a way related to B in a certain way. In the same way, C is related to. Don't try to answer this. I'm just telling you how the question looks. Okay. So what abilities do you need? Can you tell me what abilities do you think you really need to answer word analogy questions? Can you? What analogies? What abilities do you think you need? Number one, logic, right? Number two, analytical mind. You need to know which analogy it is. Exactly. You need to know. See, we cannot understand the whole logic. We can't read all books on logic. You should know what kind of analogy it is, right? What kind of analogy it is. How do you get that? By practicing. As simple as that, right? By understanding the words. Sometimes people merely understand the words and they can't go beyond it because they're good at comprehension. They're not good at anything beyond it, right? Give me just 1 second. Yeah. So your ability to deduce the correct relationship between the keywords. No. No, someone with the name iPhone. Let me explain. Reading novels to improve your vocabulary. Okay, now let me tell you. How many of you read novels, watched movies, and improved your vocabulary? Okay. Don't expect what I'm saying. Just tell me whatever you have on your mind. Okay. How many of you watched English movies, read novels, and improved your vocabulary? Very good. Keep it up. Now my question is, is this intentional learning or incidental learning? Listen to my words very carefully. Is it intentional learning or incidental learning? Incidental. Very good, Abdullah. Very good. You were enjoying the novel. You were enjoying the movie as a byproduct. You picked up few words, right? Is this conscious learning or unconscious learning? Is this conscious learning or unconscious learning? It's unconscious learning. But my question is, tomorrow you're going to go to the US. Why? You will sit for an exam called GRE. You will write exams like IELTS. You will sit for exams like GMAT because you want to do MBA in the best universities. You want to present papers. Then, do you think incidental vocabulary that you picked up from novels alone is sufficient? Your vocabulary that you acquired through movies, will that be sufficient? No. Your size of vocabulary, the size of your vocabulary should be way more than what you are acquiring through unconscious learning or incidental learning. Do you understand? So consciously, you should learn the art of learning words. Please understand, tomorrow GITAM is uploading a video. Okay, I'm going to teach you a few techniques to learn words. That's my next session. There are beautiful techniques. Do you know there is a way to remember faces? Okay, there is a way to remember roots. There is a way to remember places. There is a way to remember roots. There is a way to remember places, and there is a way to remember words, vocabulary, which I'm going to teach you soon. I'm soon going to teach you the art of learning words. Just one step at a time, though. One step at a time, right? Yeah. Am I too fast? Don't worry, don't worry. It's in the YouTube. The management will share it with you. Simata, am I going too fast? If I no, it's okay. Thank you. No, sir, you're not. Thank you so much, Abdullah. So let's work on the basic skills. Now, can you answer this? Can you see? I have also given you the hint. I told you the kind of analogy it belongs to. The kind of analogy it belongs to. What is the object here? Keyboard. What is its primary function? Primary function, typing. What is the primary object here? Telephone. Okay. What is its primary function? Calling people. Now you will, if you see that in the options, you'll pick it up. Now, when you see a question, you should ask yourself. You can ask me, why not communication? Why only call? Yeah, you can put communication. If communication is given in the options, if none of the other options are matching, none of the other options is matching, you can pick it up. Any questions? Can I put dial? No, understand. First of all, I want you all to understand that you will not get a question like this in the exam. You will not get a question like this. You will get 4 options, okay? You will get 4 options, and there will be only one correct answer. You can put anything you want to. Why not send message instead of calling? Yes. Suleiman, please listen to me. Suleiman, listen to me. Point number 1. The objective of this slide is to show you the different categories of word analogy. Okay, that is the purpose of this slide. Number 2, in the exam you will get 4 options. Okay, let's see. Suleiman asked a question. Let's see, these are the 4 options. Okay, 1, 2, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, these are the options, right? Okay, now let's say the first one is communication. COMMUNICATION. Okay, communication. Sorry, my handwriting is really bad here. Okay, I'm not used to writing this way. Communication. Next one is fly. Okay, fly. Okay, next one is music. Okay, let's say I want to put music. I would say eat. Okay, eat. Okay, eat. The next one I say dance. Okay, DANCE. Now tell me what's your answer. Now tell me what's your answer. Obviously communication. Let us say there is no option called communication. Okay, there is no option. We have call. Then what's your answer? Obviously call. Let's say there is no call. Okay, Let's say talk. Let's say talk. Then what's your answer? Obviously talk. Now, I want you to understand my intention in this slide is only to give you exposure towards kinds of analogies, right? Right? Can I go ahead? Can I go ahead? Can I go ahead? Okay, let me erase that. I'll give you an opportunity to ask me questions. I'll take the opportunity to interact with you rather. Please wait. Okay. I hope I'm not running too fast. As I told you, my intention here is only to give you exposure towards various analogy. Okay. Okay. Give me one more. Give me one more second. Ready. Right? Yeah, I'm moving ahead now. Okay. So I repeat, don't worry. What if holds both communication and call? No, they will not give it that way. Someone asked me, what if you see both communication and call? They will not give it that way. So let us not worry about the possible options now. Okay. Okay. Are you all with me? Speed is okay. Please understand. Let us not worry about the kinds of options they give for a question. For now, let us only worry. Let us only think about the categories of analogies. Okay. So far, what did you learn? Can I take you to the first slide? Can I? Okay. So far, what did we learn? We learned. So when you see a question in the exam, let's say tomorrow you sit for INCHAT exam, you should ask yourself, is this opposite gender? Is this opposite gender? Is it adjective to noun? Is this adjective to noun? Is this young version to adult version? Is this one state to another? Is this antonym analogy? You should ask that way. The moment you see question, you should wear glasses. What glasses? Analogy category glasses. What do you call it? Analogy category glasses. Filter them. Look at the options and look at the question and ask yourself, what category does this fit into? Now, can you answer this? Hey, why don't we treat the questions we treated in the mock trail? Yes, we are going to discuss that in 5 minutes. Someone asked me, why don't we handle the questions that we did in mock? I will start that in 5 minutes. Okay, can you answer this? Can you answer this? Can you answer this? Can I move on? Can I move on? Okay. So you understood the category, book and the part of the whole category, right? Okay. Can you answer this? Is there anyone who can't hear me? Is my voice breaking? Is my voice breaking? No, fine. Not really. No, sir. Okay, fine. Okay. 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 Can you answer this? Can you answer this? Musa, can you answer this? Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. Okay, I'm going ahead now. I'm going ahead now. Guys, please understand, I'm moving for the next 3-4 slides. I'm going to move really fast. If you don't understand, I request you to watch my YouTube video. Okay, watch my YouTube video. I repeat, the next 3-4 slides I'm going to move very fast because I have already covered them in my YouTube video. If you haven't seen them, if you haven't watched, please watch. Okay, now can you answer this? Can you answer this? Can you answer this? Sergio, can you answer this? Fantastic. Fantastic. You all are very good. I must say, you all are very, very participatory, very active. I would love to see you in GITAM campus in the future. God's grace, I'm sure you all are going to clear the exam. Yes, gender analogy. Can anyone answer this? Law and order, bread and butter, success and glory, name and fame. People who don't understand, please watch the YouTube video. Okay. Now, in the next after the next 2 slides, I'm going to discuss the mock paper. Okay. I repeat. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm just trying to make it clear. Yeah, someone asked me what's the relationship between horse and mare. Okay. I request you to watch the YouTube video. This is male and this is female. They are the same, but this is male version and this female version. Same here. Male version is called horse. This equine animal, the male version is called horse and the female version is called mare. Right? Okay. AMADU. Amadu. Okay. Right? See, shower is the lighter version. The heavier version is called monsoon. The degree is increasing here. Hot. When the degree increases, you call it scorching. It's scorching here. Can you answer this? Now can you answer? Can you match the left side options named A to C with the right side options numbered 1 to 3? I repeat, can you match the left side analogies named A to C with the right side options numbered 1 to 3? Can you? Fantastic. You are very, very fast. Very good. Keep it up. Okay. No questions, right? Can I move ahead? No questions, right? Right? Very good. Can you answer this? Can you answer this? Very good. Can you answer this? For people who don't,
Sir, I think you are frozen.
okay.
Yeah, now it's fine. Yeah. So did you switch off your video?
I did to get the right. Tell me if there is a problem one more time. I'll turn my video off so that the connectivity is good.
Okay, sir. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Do you see my screen, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yeah, we can put tired. We can definitely put tired. If you work, you get tired. Yeah, you can get definitely tired. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm Michael, our focus in the last 3 slides is only to understand the kinds of analogies. Okay. In the real exam, they will give you 4 options. In the real exam, they'll give you 4 options. Okay. You have to select the best and they will never give you 2 answers. If they do, you can sue them. You can put a case on them. They will never do that. Right? So Okay, I can hear, I can see people saying the connection is not good. I'm turning my video off just to get a little mileage. Okay. Now can anyone answer this? So these are the mock exam questions. I hope you answered them. Okay, these are the mock exam questions. I'm sure you can answer them. Now first tell me what category of analogy it is. Tell me what category of analogy it is. Now don't tell me the answer. I'm not interested in answers, Ashish, I'm interested, Musa. I'm interested to understand the kind of analogy. What kind of analogy? Yeah. Now you understood how to answer analogy questions. They are opposites, right? They're opposites. They are opposites. I want something that is, opposite of repair. At least very close. Is approach opposite of repair? No. Okay. Is push opposite of repair? No. Is outwit? To outwit is to outsmart someone. No. This is the closest. Therefore, that's my answer. Right? Therefore, that's my answer. Now, the second one. Can you tell me? Can anyone think? Can anyone try to tell me what kind of analogy? Said, but the problem and the solution analogy can fit. Problem and the solution. Yes. Segregate, unify. Segregate, unify. No, segregation is not a problem through which is provided solution through unification. No. Right? Segregate and unify are two different words which are opposites. Right? Now, can you tell me congeal, solidify? You can use internet. You can discuss with your friends, but I want you to tell me what kind of analogy is it? The second question, what kind of analogy is it? No, not collective analogy. Sandia? No. Yeah. You can check in the Google if you want. Okay. To congeal is to solidify. Right? They are synonyms. This is synonyms analogy. Synonyms and antonym analogies are the most commonly seen analogies in INSAT exams. Okay. Conceal is to hide. Evaporate, you all know what's evaporate. Evaporate. You all know what's evaporate. Right? Charge. We know that singe is to burn. These two are similar as these two are. Right? Now I repeat, segregate and unify are opposites, repair and damage are opposites. I don't say opposites, they are antonyms. Congeal, solidify are synonyms as singe and char are opposites. It's char. Right? To burn. Char means to superficially burn. Singe also means to superficially burn. Not deep burns, but superficial burn. Right? Now, can you answer this? First, don't try to tell me the answer. Try to tell me what kind of analogy is it? Now, try to tell me. Musa, tell me what kind of analogy. Pratima, tell me what kind of analogy it is. Gender, maybe no. Primate. What all fall into the category of primate? Monkeys. Okay, monkeys, chimpanzees, the early man. All these fall into the category of primate. Classification analogy. Very good, Robert. Classification analogy. Now tell me, under the classification of primate, I can put monkey. Under the classification of marsupial, what are marsupials? This kangaroo, koala bears. Okay, all these are okay. Opossum. All these fall in the category of marsupials. Ape doesn't fall into the category of marsupial. Ape doesn't fall into the category of marsupial. Honeybee doesn't fall into it. Moose doesn't fall into it. I want. Am I audible? Am I audible? Am I audible, Michael? Yes, thank you, Abdul. Thank you, Abdul. So now tell me, when do you think this question becomes easy for you? When do you think? Number one, you know the category of analogy it belongs to. Number one, you know the category of analogy it belongs to. Number two, you vaguely at least understand the meanings of these words. Then you are done. Now, when I show you the next question, what is your aim? Tell me the classification of analogy. Tell me the classification of the analogy. That's your job first. What is the classification of the analogy? Tell me the classification of the analogy. Fantastic. A principle and a doctrine are synonyms. A principle and doctrine are synonyms. Now tell me what's the answer. I want a synonym of living. Yes, see. Now, do you see the difference? Do you see the difference? Now, tell me how many of you changed the way you're looking. Musa, tell me. Abdul, tell me. Naomi, tell me how many of you changed the way you're looking at the question? How many of you changed the way you look at the question? How many of you changed the way you look at the question? Sergio, I did. Abdul, very good. Abdul, did you see the resource? If you practice all the questions, it is a cakewalk for you. If you practice all the questions, it is going to be a cakewalk for you. Now, understand the link. Try to understand rescission withdrawal. What do you hear me? How many of you know what a snail is? How many of you know what a snail is? Can I see in the chat box? Yes. Right? Yeah, snail is a mollusk. Very good. Yes. So scallop is a kind of mollusk. The same way shallot is a kind of onion. So what kind of, now tell me the category. I have last 5 slides. I have last 5 slides to close this session. I have last 10 minutes to close this session, right? Right, Michael? Okay, is there anyone else who cannot hear me? Yeah, very good. Synonym analogy. What kind of analogy? Synonym. Thank you. Synonym analogy. Now partition. Now tell me what is the answer? Very good. Excellent. What kind of analogy is that? That is synonym analogy. Conjugate is to pair. Partition is to divide. Excellent. Now the last 5 minutes now, I want you all to be very active. Okay. Now I'm giving you a hint. Exercise and maneuver are almost the same. Why? When you exercise, you do different movements. When you exercise, you do different movements. Function analogy, yeah, but this can be misleading, Ali. This can be misleading. Maneuver and exercise, we have to look from the given options. Okay, exception. Okay, exception, passage, routine, cause. Okay, now I look at the options. I look at the option very clearly. These two are similar, right? A passage can also be called excerpt. Exercise is also maneuver, right? Yeah, let me explain, Michael. This question is slightly confusing and misleading. Let me explain. Okay. Maneuver is nothing but exercise. I repeat, maneuver is nothing but exercise. Excerpt is nothing but a passage. A passage can also be called an excerpt. A passage can also. Michael, maybe you need to check. Yeah, I can see a question from someone. I'll answer that. Give me 2 more minutes. We'll finish these 2 slides. Then we are going to answer. Okay. I repeat, give me 2 more minutes. I'll address all your questions. Okay. So that we can see all the questions that you have answered in the mock test. Yeah. Yeah. This question can also be very misleading. Exactly. In order to be competent, we have to do lots of questions. Okay. Yes, exactly, Johnson. Have you looked at the material that I shared? 501 word analogy book. If you finish the book, I'm sure you will answer any kind of questions, right? Alphabetical is to what as sequential is to files, right? Right? Can you answer this? Can you answer this? Let's see. Can anyone answer this? It can be slightly confusing, I'm sure about that. Can you try? I'm looking at the chat box. Can you try? Yeah, can you? No, right? Files, usually what the purpose of a file is to put everything in a sequential order, right? The purpose of files is basically to put sequential order. When you give alphabetical order, when you give alphabets, something like A, B, C, when you give this naming to something, your intention is to give, your intention is to list them. I repeat, files represent sequential order, alphabetical order represents list, right? So that's your answer. Tacit. What is tacit? If a person is tacit, he is not stating it directly to you. If a person is tacit, he is not stating directly to you, right? If a person is tacit, what was the answer for 8th question? 8th question. Okay, do you see the 8th question? Anyone? 8th question someone asked me, right? Conjugate and pair are synonyms. So are partition and divide. Okay. Okay. Fine. We have last 5 questions, last 2 slides or 3 slides. Let us finish them quickly, and then I'm going to address your questions. Can anyone answer this? Can you answer this? And tell me what category it belongs to? Tell me what category it belongs to? Anyone? What category? Very good. Very good. No, they're not opposites. They're not opposites. When something is implied, listen to me, when something is implied, it is not directly stated. When something is implied, it is not directly stated. Okay? When something is implied, it is not directly stated. Tacit. What is tacit explanation? What is tacit agreement? I don't directly say that. It is understood. So these two are synonyms, right? Now I want something which is synonym of shoddy. Therefore, I want something that is synonym of inferior. What is the answer? Shoddy, right? Okay, implied rule. I'm sure you'll answer this easily. Now, let me first establish a link. Okay. Yeah. A rule is implied. A rule is implied. I repeat, a rule is implied. When you're building a relation, please understand it goes either from first word to second word or second word to first word. A rule is implied. A verdict is not proposed. An idea is proposed. A verdict is not divided. Right? Right? A verdict is not taught. The official act of giving a judgment by the court is called render. Right? Right? Therefore, a verdict is rendered. So that is your answer. A rule is implemented. Did I say implied? Okay. A rule is implemented. Okay. A rule is implemented. Right? A verdict is rendered. Okay. See, what kind of analogy is it? Now, can you tell me what category does this belong to? Look at the keywords. What category does this pair belong to? Can you answer that in the chat box? Can you? Can you? Fantastic, fantastic. They are synonyms. Abdul, you're right. Perfect, Abdul. You're awesome. They are synonyms. It's not easy. I'm sure it is a difficult question. So what is the answer? Have you ever attended a barbecue party? Have you ever attended a barbecue party? barbecue, right? Then what happens? You take a skewer, right? It is sharp. What do? You put all food pieces together, right? And it is very, very sharp. And the same, if used figuratively speaking, if it can hurt you, right? It can hurt you, right? Right? It can hurt you. So that skewer word is also used in place of criticism, right? To skewer also means to criticize. Of course, informally the word is used. So won't and boast are synonyms. Skewer and criticize are synonyms. Won't is to boast, as skewer is to criticize. Perfect. Right? Now, can you tell me what? Now, tell me what analogy this is. See, I know you will easily answer. Don't answer me. What kind of analogy is it? Can anyone tell me? The pronunciation is almost the same, okay? Gamble. The pronunciation is almost the same. What kind of analogy is it? Yeah, synonyms. Okay. Okay, you're very, very close. Homonym. Okay, very good. Now let's understand that betting is a part of you bet in gambling, right? You bet in gambling. And what do you do when you gamble? The pronunciation is the same, okay? So when you skip, when you jump, when you skip, when you jump, you run out of excitement. When you run out of excitement, that's called gamble. See, if you see kids running out of school at the end of the day, when kids run out of school, they are jumping out of excitement, that's gamble. Okay, what do? You skip, you jump, you run, that's gamble. And you bet in gamble and you skip in gamble, right? So therefore, that's your answer. You don't win in gamble. You don't bat in gamble. You don't worship in gamble, but you jump out of excitement. Therefore, that is the answer. Now, in the interest of time, I invite you to pick up questions. Yeah, that's Musa. Thank you so much. Now, in the interest of time, I invite questions. I'm sure you all have the paper with you, right? The mock test paper. Now, I request Anyone to come forward? Okay. Tell me, sir, I didn't understand how to answer this question. Can you help me? Yes, I'm there to help you. Anyone? Anyone, please? What's spinning? I didn't understand. Yes, number 13. Okay, I'm taking you to number 13 then. Number 13, right? Won't and boast are synonyms. Do you see the screen? Won't and boast are synonyms. Skewer and criticize are synonyms. Skewer and flaunt are not synonyms. Skewer and prepare are not synonyms. Skewer and avoid are not synonyms. These two are synonyms. Therefore, we need something that goes with that logic. Okay, you're confused about list and order. Can you tell me the question number? Can you tell me the question number? Can you tell me the question number? Okay. Okay, first I'll tell you the general difference between list and order, okay? So you want everything to be in order. You want everything to be in order. And what is order? It's something subjective, right? For example, how do you eat food? I start with soup. I start with soup. I repeat, I start with soup, and then I go for starters, and then I go for main course, and then I go for dessert. This is an order. This is an order, my order, or general order. But for you, the order can be completely different, right? We usually say alphabetical order. We usually say alphabetical order. That means we have A and then B, then we have C, right? Ninth question, right? Is it ninth question? Someone is asking me the ninth question. Let me explain the ninth question. Ninth question, okay. Now see. Ninth question, yes, slightly difficult. I'm very sure about it. A passage is another word for excerpt. A passage is another word for excerpt. First, let me explain this. Excise is another word for maneuver. Excise is another word for, if you look at the synonyms list, you might see these two together. I repeat, if you type exercise and synonyms or maneuver and synonyms, you will definitely come across these two. Okay, maneuver is just another word for exercise. If you look at the synonyms list, the same way, passage is another word for excerpt. Don't worry. Any other question? Anyone? Any other question? Any other specific question? Anyone? Anyone, please? Any other specific question? Okay. Anyone else? Yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead. Tomishin, please go ahead. Question number 20. Someone says question number 20. Okay. Okay, let me take to question number 20. Okay. Okay. Question number 20. Okay. Someone asked me question number 20. First of all, look at this. A judge bans. A judge officially bans, right? A judge is the one who bans it, right? Now build the same relationship. First of all, let me explain the meaning of ban. Ban also means, is this the only way they will ask questions? Yes. Please let me explain. If you look at the resource that I shared, if you practice, that is more than enough. You will get the same categories. A judge bans. Now you should think from the given question itself. Don't jump out of it. Now try to establish a connection between judge and ban. They will definitely give you enough clues. If you practice enough questions, I'm sure you will be able to do it. And who bans? A judge bans. Who bans? Understand, I'll tell you one logic. Now tell me, what parts of speech does this belong to? I have already shared resources with you. Why is the word so complicated? Okay, now let me explain. It comes with practice, Subba. Don't worry at all. Mamta Subba, you will definitely practice and get better. I'm going to do more sessions on vocabulary. Let us take one step at a time. Don't worry. Now tell me what parts of speech ban belongs to. Is it verb or noun? Now tell me, and can anyone tell me, is ban noun or verb? Is ban noun or verb? Can anyone tell me, is ban noun or verb? Yeah. Then pan is also a verb. Please understand that pan is also a verb. A judge bans. A judge bans. The same way here, pan means to criticize. Pan means to criticize. Now tell me whose job it is to criticize. Whose job is it to criticize? Right? Right? Can you? A critic. A job of a critic is to pan. A job of a critic is pan. Now, with this, I'm calling it a day. Any questions you have, I'm going to share my email ID with you. Thank you, Musa. Thank you, Abdullah. Thanks each and every person for taking very, very active role in this session. And I must say that you're very participatory, and I must say that you're very, very interactive. Please watch my previous YouTube video. Okay. I request you all to watch my previous YouTube video. Right. And I also request you all to work on analogies. Please understand, this is not just logic. This is not just language. This is a combination of language and logic. If you look at the material that I've shared, if you had already watched the video, I'm sure this session would have been easier for you. If you had directly attended this session, I'm sure you might have had little tough time, right? So shall we call it a day?